Ako po si Tene Rose Tendante.
At ako naman, si Michael Davantes.
At kayo'y nanonood ng Mabuhay Montreal TV.
Kumusta po mga kababayan? Narito po tayo ngayon sa Ottawa kung saan sa araw na ito ay dumating si Pangulong Noynoy Aquino.
At syempre, Michael, maraming mga Pilipino ang dumalo na at inaasahan na masisilayan ng ating presidente. Ito ay galing sa iba't ibang probinsya, lalong-lalo na tayo na galing ng Montreal.
Dahil nga, Tenny, ay hindi daraan ang presidente sa Montreal kung kaya't ang ating mga kabayan sa Montreal ay dumating dito kanina.
Oo, maraming Pilipino actually ay nag-aantay. Bukas pupunta si Presidente Noynoy Aquino dyan sa Toronto, isa sa mga maraming populasyon ng Filipino sa Winnipeg at ang Vancouver.
Super excited ang ating mga kababayan kanina naghintay sa airport. Panoorin po natin.
Nanggaling si Presidente Aquino mula sa kanyang working visit sa Chicago, Illinois, kung saan ay nakipagkita siya sa mga miyembro ng US Chamber of Commerce at ng US-ASEAN Business Council para pag-usapan ng investment sa Pilipinas, pati na rin ang pag-promote ng bansang Pilipinas bilang isang tourist destination for Americans.
At syempre sa Chicago ay nakipagtagpo rin siya sa napakalaking Filipino community doon, pati na rin ang mga miyembro ng Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Organization o APEC. Host ngayong taong ito ang Pilipinas sa APEC upang maipromote ang Asia-Pacific market at mahikayat ang mga negosyante sa US at Canada na mamuhunan sa Pilipinas.
The President will have the same mission sa bilateral visit niyang ito, which is to expand trade and commercial relations within Canada. Pagkakataon rin ng Presidente na makasama ang mga Filipino-Canadians o pagkakataon ng ating mga kababayan dito sa Canada to meet the President in person.
Kung kaya't maraming mga Pinoy well-wishers ang nagabang sa kanya sa airport, kasama na doon ang mga Filipino Montrealers na mula sa iba't ibang Filipino community organizations. At maliban sa ating mga kabayan ay meron din mga dignitaries na nandoon para i-welcome ang ating presidente.
Napakasaya ako na dito si President Aquino kasi unang-una sasaganahin natin at palalakasin natin ang ating pagmamahalan between Canada and the Philippines. Napakaganda kasi unang-una po, mas marami tayo dito Pilipino sa Canada, nasa 800,000 tayo, napakalakas natin dito. At the same time, gusto pa natin maparating sa Pilipino na open pa ang Canada sa mga gusto pumunta sa Canada. At the same time, ito pong ating free trade na ginagawa natin, we want to make sure that it comes to reality. Kasi it will help both countries create growth, prosperity, and not only jobs in Canada, but I'm pretty sure there will be more jobs for the Philippines in the future.
Samahan niyo po kami sa bilateral visit ng ating Presidente sa pagbabalik ng MMTV. Nagbabalik po ang MMTV.
At nagkaroon ng official welcoming ceremony sa Rideau Hall sa residence ng Governor General David Johnston kasama ang kanyang asawa na si Sharon Johnston. Sakay ng horse-drawn carriage si President Aquino nang siya ay dumating at siya rin ay binigyan ng military honors.
Sa kanya maiksing salita ay sinabi ng Presidente na ang mga Canadian at mga Pilipino ay marami ang mga katangian na magkatulad like kindness and hospitality. Inaasahan niya na mas lalo pang tatatag ang magandang relasyon ng dalawang bansa at makakamtan kaagad ang mga mithiin nito kung maipagpapatuloy nito ang mga magandang samahan.
Ang close relationship ng Pilipinas at Canada ay nirecognize din ni Governor General Johnston. Umaasa rin siya na mas mapapabuti ang relasyong ito by exploring new opportunities. Naniniwala siya na mas maraming tagumpay ang matatamo ng dalawang bansa sa pamamagitan ng komunikasyon at kooperasyon.
At pagkatapos nito ay nagkaroon po ng tree planting. Siya nga pala na-mention ko kanina na bibisita rin si Presidente Noynoy Aquino sa Winnipeg. Nalaman ko na hindi nakasama sa itinerary ng President ang Winnipeg.
I'm sure kababayans in Winnipeg will be disappointed, lalong-lalo na napakaraming Pilipino ang nandun. Anyway, sumunod si Presidente Noynoy Aquino sa yapak ng kanyang inang si Presidente Cory Aquino sa kanyang unang state visit sa Canada dahil siya rin ay nagtanim ng puno sa mismong lupa ng Governor General's official state.
Yes, noong taong 1989, si former President Cory Aquino ay nagtanim ng maple tree during her state visit. At ilang metro lang mula sa punong ito ay tinanim ni Presidente Noynoy Aquino ang red spruce.
Ang red spruce na ito can grow more than 120 meters tall, so eventually ay mas tataas pa ito sa itinanim ng kanyang nanay.
It's quite amazing that standing side by side are trees planted by a mother and son. At ginamit rin ni Presidente Aquino III ang silver spade na siya rin ginamit ng kanyang ina 26 years ago.
Wow, talagang remarkable at napakagandang legacy yan. Ang ceremonial tree planting na ito ay sinamahan ng mga cabinet officials who were part of the President's delegation. Ang pagtatanim ng puno sa Rideau Hall has been a tradition carried out by heads of state, members of the royal family, and other dignitaries who visit the Governor General's official residence.
Nag-umpisa ang tradisyon na ito noong 1906. Among those prominent individuals who planted their own trees are the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Queen Elizabeth II, and Japan's Imperial Majesties Akihito and Michiko.
At si President Fidel Ramos ay nagtanim din dito.
Pagkatapos naman ng tree planting ay tutuloy ang presidente sa state dinner.
President Aquino, thank you very much for coming today to Rideau Hall. We are very honored to have you come visit your mother's tree first and then to plant one of your own. We thank you for gracing us with your presence and we hope you enjoy your time here in Canada.
Huwag po kayong alis, magbabalik ang MMTV.
Nagbabalik po ang MMTV.
And since narito na rin tayo sa Ottawa, let's take a look at this beautiful city with Christy.
Salamat, Michael and Tenny. Welcome to Ottawa. Andito po tayo ngayon sa harapan ng Parliament Hill. Ang Parliament Hill ay tinaguri ang political at cultural heart of the city. Makikita sa harap nito ang Centennial Flame na itinayo noong January 1, 1967. Sa center block ay matatagpuan ang Senate and Commons Chambers at Library of Parliament. Sa gitna naman nito ay ang Peace Tower na may taas na 302 feet. Ito ang nagsisilbing orasan sa downtown Ottawa at mayroon itong 53 bells. Sa East and West Block naman ay ang mga ministers and senators' offices at mga meeting rooms at administrative offices. Nakapalibot dito ang mga iba't ibang monumento ng mga kilalang tao sa kasaysayan ng Canada, katulad na lamang nila Sir John Macdonald, Queen Elizabeth II, Sir George Brown, ang dual statue of Sir Baldwin and LaFontaine, at Sir Galahad. Sa likod nito ay makikita naman ang Ottawa River. Tuwing umaga ngayong summer ay may changing of the guard ceremony at sa gabi naman ay may sound and light show. Di kalayuan sa Parliament Hill ay ang Spark Street kung nasaan may mga malls, ang Ottawa Post Office at mga restaurants and cafe. Dito pwedeng mamili ng mga souvenirs at mga damit para sa mga fashionista shoppers. Napakaraming importanteng struktura ang meron sa Sparks. Sa eastern end ay ang National War Memorial and across from Sparks ay ang National Arts Center. Dito ginaganap ang iba't ibang okasyon katulad ng Poutine Festival, Ottawa Rib Fest, at ang Buskers Festival. Ngayong taon ay pagdiriwang 70th anniversary ng International Friendship ng Bansang Netherlands at Ottawa.
Salamat, Christy. MMTV will be right back.
Welcome back sa MMTV at dahil narito ang ibang dignitaries sa Ottawa ay nakausap ni Tita Feli, si Senator Inverga.
Senator Inverga, in place na ba yung ating program sa immigration? Are there some improvements that has to be done?
Actually, marami ng improvement na nagawa ngayon, lalong-lalo na yung quick entry. Napakagaling nito kasi yung mga, especially yung mga skilled na ating mga kababayan, malaking tulong ito para sa kanila.
Okay. How about in investments? Meron tayong bilateral investments between Canada and Philippines. How is it progressing?
Yung ating bilateral agreement, it's still in the infancy. So far, ang ating export and import sa Pilipinas at sa Canada nasa $2 billion. And of course, we would like to expand that.
Okay. Balik nga tayo doon sa immigration kasi I'm interested because marami dito yung mga caregivers that they don't know what they're going to do because they will be sent back home after 4 years. Is that true?
Meron silang yung mga bago kasi pinaprocess namin ngayon mga 30,000 caregivers ang darating ngayong taong ito, another 30,000 for next year. So maraming darating, hindi ko alam, case-to-case basis kasi hindi ko alam. Pero kung may problema, tawagan lang opisina ko kung magagawa namin.
Matanong kita, Michael, ano ba ang magandang eksperyensya na naramdaman mo o ngayong araw sa pagbisita ng Pangulong Aquino?
Ay syempre unang-una ay nung ma-meet ko in person ng ating Pangulo at talagang he was very close and I saw him being very warm sa ating mga kababayan na dumalo. At ang isa pa ang na-experience natin sa tree planting which was very exciting dahil ibinigay sa atin or actually pinahawak sa atin ang pala na ginamit sa pagtanim ng puno ni Presidente Aquino. Siya nga pala sa Minister's Office na interview si Honorable Jason Kenney regarding Canada's national security.
Minister, thank you for taking the time of being with us today.
It's good to be back.
Thank you. The greatest challenge or security challenge or threat facing the Western world, particularly us in Canada, is the threat from the fight against ISIL. How do you see the progress going? How do you see the fight going?
Well, first of all, I would see ISIL, or the so-called Daesh, as one manifestation of this kind of Salafi extremism, this doctrine of armed jihad that is spreading all throughout the world, from Boko Haram in Nigeria to Al-Shabaab in Somalia to these various terror organizations like Al-Nusra in the Middle East, for example, in Syria. Obviously Daesh in Syria and Iraq, but further east to the Taliban in Afghanistan, the Deobandis in Pakistan that just massacred Ismaili Shias in Karachi, all the way down to Indonesia and the Philippines, where Abu Sayyaf, another Salafist jihadist organization, is killing innocent civilians. So you've got this, what I call, arc of violence, united by the same kind of just extreme ideology of violence, and their same kind of distorted theology. And ISIL or Daesh is a particularly pernicious, a particularly, I'll use the word, evil form of that, because they believe that any violence is justified in obtaining their theological political objectives of the creation of this caliphate. And they are explicitly dedicated to committing genocide. They want to rid Mesopotamia, the Levant, the Middle East, of anyone they consider a kafir, an infidel, anyone who doesn't share their perverse and violent ideas. Be they peaceful Sunnis or Shia who are being massacred by these people, or Assyrian Christians or Yazidis or anyone else. And here's the problem for us in the West. I mean, we could just be cynical and take a back seat, a back row, and watch as they massacre people, as they enslave thousands of women, Yazidi and other women, while they behead children, while they throw gay men off of towers and stone them to death. And we could just watch with this horror show that's going on. But it does affect us. It absolutely affects us, because the message, the vision they're trying to sell of the so-called caliphate, unfortunately, is very seductive and compelling to some individuals in Canada and other Western countries who are prone to be radicalized. We believe over roughly 150 Canadians have left this wonderful country to go and join Daesh in Iraq and Syria. Every one of them, should they come back here, represents a security threat to our country. And everyone who's radicalized by this organization remotely in Canada or other Western countries, but who can't go there to actually join the jihad, they end up representing, posing a security threat to us as well, such as the two individuals who killed Canadian soldiers last October. Absolutely no doubt whatsoever that their actions were inspired by ISIL, and they weren't able to travel abroad to join them, and so they acted out their violence here at home. This is why it is so critically important that we are part of the international coalition to degrade the capabilities of ISIL to the point where they no longer can radicalize or recruit individuals or pose a threat. As long as they were growing, expanding in their territory, gaining new recruits, getting new resources, new tax revenues, new oil revenues, as long as they were doing that, it was like a confirmation to some mixed up people, some confused people, that their idea of the self-declared caliphate was bona fide, it was a reality. Now that Canada and 24 other nations have moved ISIL from the offensive to the defensive, from gaining territory to losing territory, from gaining recruits to losing personnel, it should be clear to individuals who might otherwise have been radicalized that this organization is just a fraud. And that helps to reduce their power to recruit and radicalize. So that's why, both for humanitarian reasons, we have to stop the horror that they are inflicting, but in our own national security interests, it's important to do this.
Now, going to your point about radicalization here in Canada, is there anything that more can, or anything that can be done to, I don't know, either through outreach programs or something, to counter this propaganda that ISIS projects and can sometimes radicalize people here at home?
2 points. First of all, our generally very hospitable and approach to pluralism in this country In Quebec, they call it interculturalism. In the rest of Canada, we call it multiculturalism. Whatever you call it, we respect differences. And we respect religious freedom and pluralism. And so this says to, for example, young Sunni Muslim men who might want to feel aggrieved, that there's no reason for them to be aggrieved in Canada. They can live their faith. Here, they can be good Muslims and good Canadians at the same time. There is no reason for them to feel alienated. So that's the first point, and that's true. Secondly, there is good outreach on the part of the security, police, and intelligence agencies to communities where radicalization is an issue. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police, local and provincial police services, the intelligence agencies, all of them have, I think, good outreach programs. And that's why we've been able to stop some of these things from happening. You know, we've been actually very successful in interrupting and preventing planned terrorist attacks on Canadian soil, including, for example, the planned Amtrak rail bombing, the planned bombing of the British Columbia legislature, the Toronto 18, and a number of others. We've been able to stop those in part thanks to information coming to our police and intelligence agencies from within these communities.
Marami pong salamat sa pagtangkilik sa aming programa.
Na patuloy na naglilingkod sa ating mga kababayan.
Muli po tayong magsama-sama
Dito sa MMTV.